This deadly food is more common than you think, as it is used in many foods and also for the preparation of foods in the kitchen. Get this, it's worse than sugar. Strap yourself in for this doozy of a video as we highlight our research behind how this particular food is worse than sugar. Hello everyone, and welcome to 5 Pillars Health, the channel where we show you the best ways to get healthy and stay healthy through easy everyday activities and behaviors. As always, our holistic approach to health is based on the foundational 5 pillars of good health: sleep, hydration, nutrition, movement, and sunlight. Now, without further ado, let's dive straight in. Alright, it should be obvious to most of us that sugar is one of the major causes of health problems and even death. However, there is another key food that you should be aware of. This substance is just as harmful, if not more so, than sugar. These are vegetable and seed oils that are used when baking and cooking. With seed oils, such as vegetable oil, the main factor is its richness in omega-3, which is a known cause of faster growth of cancer cells, blood clotting, and increased inflammation in the body. Now, this doesn't mean that you shouldn't have omega-3 at all, rather it means that you should avoid using large amounts of vegetable oil when you cook or bake. In all honesty, you do need a balance of omega-3s and omega-6s to ensure that your body is safeguarded from heart diseases, autoimmune diseases, neurodegenerative diseases, and even cancer. Besides the oil we just mentioned, highly processed carbohydrates are also detrimental to your health. These are found in things like bagels and whole wheat bread. Here's the deal, they're all sugars or starches. We typically think of sugar as a carbohydrate. In contrast, the sugar that is commonly used in our everyday foods is table sugar. Although it seems a bit odd, table sugar is actually made of two smaller sugar molecules. Glucose is the common sugar in the human diet, and fructose is a sugar found in fruits. Sucrose, also known as table sugar, is the result of this bonding between two sugars. In recent studies, high fructose corn syrup and other forms of high fructose sugar have replaced other forms of sugar in many processed foods. Fructose is a type of sugar found naturally in fruits, so the concept sounds appealing, especially when you compare it to sucrose. Besides fructose, starch, made up of glucose molecules bound together, is, to put it bluntly, challenging for our bodies to break down, and also one of the main culprits behind why these processed carbs are detrimental to your body. The bonds holding glucose and starch together are used to prevent it from being absorbed into the bloodstream quickly, but modern industrial processes have made it possible to break these bonds. In the past, when people ate grains, they consumed them in their natural unprocessed state. However, these days, do you happen to see any unbroken grains of wheat? So we can rule that out right away. They're now a powder after being finely ground, which makes whole grain foods not as healthy because they do not necessarily contain whole grains. Quick break. If you haven't already, click that like button, push that subscribe button, and also flick that notification bell so you can be the first one to see our latest video of how we deep dive into other health-related benefits. Now, let's get back into it. Finally, as the molecules are more tightly bound together, it takes longer for them to be digested into their simple sugars. These things were digested slowly back in the good old days when people ate whole foods. The majority of the starch molecules you ate never got broken down by the time they reached the upper intestine. They traveled through your digestive system and settled in your colon, the area of your intestines where the majority of your beneficial bacteria are. And they ate the scraps, which turned out to be crucial not just for the bacteria's health, but for yours as well. But now that we've turned even whole grains into a powder, and those sugar molecules are absorbed instantly in the upper part of your intestines. Back to our thoughts on highly processed carbs such as processed bread. By consuming the amount of carbohydrates we eat per meal, we can understand the amount of sugar content that we're taking in as well. On the nutritional label stuck on the back of your bag of bread, it lists a bunch of contents including fats, carbohydrates, dietary fiber, and so on. From recent studies, we can calculate the true amount of sugar by subtracting the amount of dietary fiber from the total carbohydrates and then dividing this result by 4. As a result, if you do the math, you'll be shocked by how many teaspoons of sugar are in a single serving of what you're about to eat. From here, you can tell that you're being lied to about the amount of sugar you're actually consuming. And these refined carbohydrates are even more harmful than pure sugar. So think twice, think again, or better yet, just don't eat it. Now, in all honesty, we think there are better ways to satisfy your hunger. It's best to find foods that are naturally high in fiber to replace these refined options such as snacks. Since we're on the subject of snack foods, nuts are our personal favorite. A nut is a whole food. They contain a lot of fiber but have very few easily digestible sugars. The carbohydrates, if any, are tightly bound in the nut and thus unlikely to have any noticeable effect towards spikes of energy similar to sugar rushes. It will take a very long time for your body to break down those complex carbohydrates into simple ones. The good news is that the friendly bacteria in your intestines will benefit from the fiber in the nuts and some of the carbohydrates you just ate. Nuts are a fantastic option if you're looking for a healthy snack that won't wreck your blood sugar. Pistachios, walnuts, and macadamia nuts are our favorites due to how easy it is to eat and snack on throughout the day. Be wary though, as eating nuts regularly throughout the day can help you feel full, but their high calorie content is something that you should also consider when you add these into your diet. Now that you know what's worse than sugar, will you give these alternatives a go? Let us know in the comments. Think this can help someone you know? Please share it with them. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. And if you want to be notified when our next video is out, hit the notification bell. See you in the next one. Check out our other videos for more insightful ways to get healthy and stay healthy.